under the key TAM, False Claims Act, stealing from the United States of America, means that the government takes it all. Narcotics, money laundering, they take it all. I get a third of it under the key TAM laws. I don't plan on keeping it. I plan on giving the distributions, should we say, to those that have suffered at the hands and the crimes of these people, and to make available to those that have been ripped off. 1/3 of that. But I have attorneys that agreed to do this. Plan of action is we do the filing. I go in on supposedly pro se basis to keep them alive until the day before court. They put their motion in as if attorneys of record, and then the party starts. We do not have to do any depositions. We don't have to do anything except interrogatories on my ex-mother-in-law and the amount of assets she claims that she has. That's it. Or, if she is dead, the estate. That's it. And the attorneys of record for the estate are the ones hiding all the other assets. And they'll have to provide that up. That means I can be in court in 6 to 9 months. If people look under that whistleblower launches legal fund, you will see in there unnamed co-conspirators, or named, not named, I think it was worded by the attorneys, unnamed at this time in this suit: George W. Bush, George Herbert Walker Bush, Jeb Bush, Neil Bush, Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, and it names others, and then others unnamed. They will be brought in later into the suit. They figure it will take 12 to 16 trials, and it could take 4 to 6 years before they get them all and put them all in jail. We got former U.S. attorneys that, pardon the expression, ladies, they got a hard-on for the Bush Clinton crime syndicate. They want justice brought against these people. Now, it can be done outside of the control box of the Department of Justice, the Attorney General, and Eric Holder, the future cover-up meister that they're getting ready to put in office. So there's where I'm at today. If American people get behind me, here's what I'm going to do. They gift to me. They donate to me. I'll give them 10 or 20 times their money back. All we need right now is 20 grand to start the party. And it's time for me to start the party. It's time for me to go after them. In the first round, first court hearing, I'm bringing in 12 top intelligence officers who will testify with evidence against my in-laws. It moves into the FBI. Then it moves in their cover-up. Then it moves right into the Bushes and the Clintons. And they get brought to justice. So if anybody wants in, get a hold of
Well, we'll certainly be talking about, we will be talking about your lawsuit with the Freedom Fighter members. That's for sure. And then
along the way, if I may add one more thing, Chris. We discussed it earlier. People like Rodney Stitch, people like Gerald Salisbury, people like, many of the other whistleblowers out here. They're going to be brought in to it because they were targets in many ways. Many of these people that have been targeted, they're going to come in as co-plaintiffs, joiners to the suit. I'm going to provide them the attorneys. From the first round of money I get out of this over my daughter against the Millman estate.
Well, I think this is what we have been calling, and I've been speaking to some of the people that you've mentioned, their names, and this is what it's more of the Friends of Freedom Alliance. These are all people that we've discussed, between ourselves or know of each other, if that. And there definitely has to be people in the know who have the inside information. They have become victims. I think it's going to take people just like that on the inside, or who have been on the inside, as well as the general public and people on the outside, because this thing is so multi-layered that the pressure needs to come from the general public as well as from people who are still in government that are just not happy with what's going on in this country. How do you feel about that?
Yes, there's a lot of people that are willing to join. I've got over 300 whistleblowers. I've got about 150 intelligence officers, people within every agency that there is, even in the top levels position that the Bushes and Clintons are not aware that I know. They're willing to do this. They're willing to come in and nail them on the head to ensure that justice is performed. They want the country cleaned up, because here's the future of America if something isn't done soon. Barack Obama, the President of the United States, whether he's a legal citizen or not, I don't want to get into specifics of what I'm aware of, okay? Mm-hmm. He really has good intentions. He means well. He's surrounded by Israeli Mossad, Rahm Emanuel, Israeli Mossad, Hillary Clinton criminal, both of them, and criminal Eric Holder, among a couple others that he's, talking about pointing, because they're blackmailing him. Now, he means well. We have a problem. Part of the United States Congress and the United States Senate are nothing but blackmailed, compromised, pardon the expression, ladies, gentlemen, shitheads. That's the best way to describe it. I could give other words, but I won't. I think it's the proper word for them. They're compromised, blackmailed, bribed. They got bank accounts. Arlen Specter has $100 million in Swiss accounts, and I have those account numbers. There's no Justice Department to take them to. We got to do it through another means. That's a RICO, false claims. That's treason and sedition. Look at what I've named in my suit, just patched it in from the suit itself without giving away too much of what is going to be done. Mm-hmm. Three-quarters of what's up there today that were elected have stayed in office. Mm-hmm. I find something very interesting in the Constitution of the United States. It says that they are to serve up to two terms, and then go back to their jurisdiction. That tells me, like the President of the United States, 2 terms. Tells me maybe the Congress and Senate, if someone really analyzes the Constitution, they can only serve 2 terms as a senator or 2 terms as a congressman. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we need a guy like Jonathan Turley to analyze that in the future if we ever get to that point, and keep this career criminal politicians out of office. But there are so many within the government, within the Congress and Senate. It's the control box over everything. The Bushes, Daddy Bush, has compromised, blackmailed them with their Piccadillys over the years so heavily. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could take the list, and it's 70, 80% strong. We've gotten a few in the past 2 elections in there that are fairly honest people. They come up and try to do something. They can't do anything. You take people that have tried over the years. One of the last to remember was Paul Wellstone. They killed him because he was gonna start going after him. They killed him 4 years ago or 6 years ago or whatever. 6 years ago, I believe, in that plane crash out of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. I dealt with him. Other people that I know dealt with him. Those that have tried over the years, just look at John Conyers. He subpoenas Rove. What is Israeli Mossad, Greenberg, Murdoch, Fox News, Fixed News, and the Sean Hannitys, and the CIA Panamanian child molester, Bill O'Reilly. Look at my website. Bill, baby, sue me. Let me take you to court. I got witnesses. Let me take you. I'll countersue you and take you to court and prove you're a child molester. Panamanian whorehouse is why he was a national broadcaster. He was working a CIA operation in Central America molesting kids. Mm-hmm. And a child whorehouse, 12 to 15-year-olds. He's been sued by people as producers, had to pay up, harassing them sexually, females, a while back. They got those people. What did they say in the past night with former exposure Geraldo Rivera, which I really respected him in the past? He actually did things for me. His producer, Sharon Churcher, exposing George Herbert Walker Bush's Fitzgerald, Jennifer Fitzgerald, his girlfriend of many years when he was president. He exposed on him. Now it can be told for me years ago. Now, what does he come out and say tonight on Bill O'Reilly? John Conyers, who's House Judiciary, who's subpoenaing Karl Rove has to